Welcome everybody. This is the Backroom podcast. We are currently 5 people deep right now. Yeah. So
we going in deep.
Yep. So I'm your host DB. We've got Wesley.
Hola.
We got Andre.
Yo.
We got Brandon.
What's up?
And we got the fiance.
Hi.
All right.
Really?
Yep. So for this, we're gonna try to go just talk, Try not to make it too long, but also try to make it entertaining for everybody. So let's go ahead and get with some comic book stuff, like anything comic related. This can range from American comics to Japanese comics if you want. So
Did you know Batman knows 127 different forms of combat style?
Yet he still can only punch people with a judo chop.
However, he has defeated Batman
original
twice.
Superman. He defeated Superman
That's
twice. Once by complete and total accident because Batman is the best. And if you read the original books, he actually uses the different forms of combat. He doesn't just punch. The original Batman started off with killing his villains.
Yeah.
And what they're doing with him nowadays is just complete and total sad BS.
Well, I don't know.
That was never meant to be cute.
I kind of disagree.
I don't agree with what they're doing now is bad, because if you take into account, moral standings, judicial systems, if he was going around murdering people just because they were stealing bubble gum or something, I mean, he'd probably end up being just as bad. He would be the villain.
He was the original one in Detective Comics, wasn't he?
Yes.
So, I mean, it's not that he was killing people who were stealing bubblegum. It's probably he was fighting mobsters like fucking Dick Tracy and Cap'n Fools because, frankly, mobsters back when he first came out were really, really dangerous people. Like the Valentine's Day Massacre was not even 10 years beforehand. Bonnie and Clyde, not 10 years beforehand. Bonnie and Clyde were 1920s. That was when the authors were coming up with this stuff. That was still fresh in the cultural memory.
Yeah, but Batman originally was based off the old comic books during that time that were just like detective comics. That's what he came from. He is Detective Comics. I like the way they're doing Batman now because he's more of a detective than he is like a fighter that you see.
Right.
But then again, on a little side tangent there, that's the reason why I like Iron Man 3. Because Iron Man 3, Iron Man was using way more detective skills and deduction than the last 3 Batman movies.
Well, I've talked about Batman.
Say I'm wrong. Say I am wrong.
No, I'm not gonna say you're wrong at all. I'm not gonna say you're wrong at all.
Way more Batman than Iron Man.
Yeah, but the thing is, the way that Nolan made Batman, he made it more so like it could have just been a superhero movie, not entitled Batman. It's like you didn't even have to incorporate.
The Nolan North Batmans were essentially a heavily armored ninja. He popped in, punched people in the face, growled a little bit, and then popped out again.
Pretty much. But I don't think he was as sleek as a ninja. Ninjas would be more sleek than that.
My thing is the Batman starting off killing people and whatever, now we're going into super moralistic. I don't understand that. Each one of these heroes have their own viewpoints, their own view of morals, and that's what it's supposed to still be. They're not all supposed to have the same moral set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the thing is, if he goes around killing people, he would be no better than the person that killed his parents.
That's just it. He's not supposed to be better. He's just supposed to get rid of the issue. He started off being a crime fighter because his parents were shot to death in front of his eyes when he was, 10?
Right.
8?
Yeah.
Crime Alley.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it from a reverse standpoint, take Rorschach and Batman essentially have similar reasons for their overall standpoint.
Well, if you're gonna use Rorschach real quick, you also have to realize that the author of Watchmen split Batman into dualities.
Alan Moore.
The Night Owl and Rorschach are both halves of or
that is true.
subsets of Batman, essentially.
Thing is,
Rorschach is the
The
more
detective.
the vigilante, and Night Owl is the detective. Because you notice, Night Owl can't hurt a fly, but Rorschach will fucking end a fool.
Eh.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Right.
Alan Moore is crazy now, so. That's the
If
way
he
that
had been
goes.
allowed to kill Joker when he first met the Joker, think of all the lives that would have been saved.
But he's
I'm a
not
total
thinking like
believer
that, though.
in if someone goes out and murders someone and it is not found to be justified, an eye for an eye.
But you can't. That's exactly what he was fighting against. Everybody, when Gotham was going through, everybody was, joining gangs and killing people and blah blah blah. That was that mentality, eye for an eye. He came in and he changed the game up. He started getting rid of the crime lords. He started cleaning up the streets, and that was his main motto.
You do realize, right? And that's the ultimate joke. He's really not fixing anything.
Okay,
He's not.
yeah, he's.
I disagree.
How many years have the Scarecrow, the Joker, fucking Bane with his freaking toxin, Poison Ivy? How many times have they come back over the years?
And
How many
that's-
times have they detonated some sort of gas, released some sort of poison, or tainted the water supply and killed hundreds of people? Why?
that's
Because Batman lacks the freaking moral spine to, when he beats them, hold their head under the water for about 5 minutes.
I disagree. I think he's done a lot for Gotham.
He has done a lot for Gotham,
I'm
but
sorry, have you seen
Asylum
Arkham
has a
Asylum?
revolving door.
I mean, seriously, Arkham Asylum, they literally walk and go, "Hi, John, what's up? Haven't seen you in a month. What's going on? How are the kids?" And then not even, like a week later, they're back out on the streets.
Okay, but look at this. Look at this. I don't know if anyone here is familiar with the Flashpoint Paradox, but during the Flashpoint Paradox, Batman, like Bruce Wayne, actually died instead of his parents dying.
Yes.
And the result of that ended with Thomas Wayne taking up the mantle as Batman, and his mother, Martha Wayne, taking up the mantle as the Joker. But Gotham was actually worse when it was Thomas Wayne as Batman, because he was going around killing villains and everything.
right, the crime escalated with its
But
defender.
but you're also
Or with the C's
forgetting
defender, I
that
mean.
he didn't have the same reason abilities that Batman did. Batman had the ability, like Bruce Wayne has the ability to see the bigger picture, but his father was more just blind rage. So
No, his father was more despair than anything else. He was a drunk, and due to his despair, he allowed everything to collapse. Batman was literally a last-ditch resort for him to try to get something out of it. He was Thomas Wayne as Batman really wasn't in it for the same reasons as Bruce Wayne as Batman.
It's true enough. And I mean, like, for example, they had a scene in the Flashpoint Paradox where Thomas Wayne was talking with other members of like Justice Leagues and whatnot, talking about, what they should do to fix this. And none of them, not a single one, could agree to the point where they just all walked away.
Well, you do realize that the whole crux of the Justice League is Superman. Without Superman there as the big beat stick holding everybody else back, there's no reason for any of them to disagree. There isn't. Why the fuck would two gods listen to some piss shit mortal with some fancy gadgets when they can just look at him and he'd probably burn to death?
Tower of Babel, contingency plans. Look it up.
The Tower of Babel.
No. Explain. Because I
Okay.
don't have access.
Well, it was a story arc called Tower of Babel, where basically Batman made contingency plan for all the Justice League to defeat them, which became Justice League Doom in the animated version. Batman
Talking about Batman's contingency plans on how to kill each superhero.
No, it's not how to kill each superhero. It was how to contain them so that it will neutralize them as a threat, just in case they came up as a threat.
Yeah,
Like if they ever
he
turn
has like
sides.
solid contingency plans for everyone. Leaves nothing to chance.
Right. And it's just
But then again, that's Batman for you.
yeah.
I mean, he's not great with the whole fighting side by side, and one of the biggest reasons behind that is because every time he does, something goes wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, take the first Robin for example. He gets killed.
No. That's second Robin. Jason Todd.
Jason Todd is the
Yeah.
one that gets killed. I think Tim Drake is the first one, isn't it?
Tim Drake. No, not Tim Drake.
The second one, but the first
Dick-
one they had
Dick
like
Grayson.
that huge disagreement, and then
The first one turned into Nightwing. The second one gets killed. What is it? The second, I think it's just either the first or the second Batgirl gets crippled horribly, and she turns into Oracle.
The first Batgirl gets crippled.
Yeah, and then the second Batgirl.
She was a Robin at a time. Yeah, she was a Robin at a time.
And then you got to look at also where Bruce Wayne's son joining in as Robin later in. Doesn't he almost get killed too?
He died. He actually got killed.
I mean, like that right there is a big reason for his apprehension of the Justice League. It's not that he doesn't work well; it's that every time he does, something happens. So he has to have a reason to be ready.
Because it's not like he's dealing with, like, the people that are in his circle aren't metahumans like him. They're just regular humans with good abilities. Like, that's pretty much all the people in Gotham. It's like, even villains, they aren't, like, really superpower unless you go to, Croc or Killer Croc or, Mr. Freeze. They don't have any superpowers. They're just criminals.
Yeah, in all technical... Oh, speak of the devil. Found the page of Robin Dies. Anyway, speaking of the villains, though, like, if you look at the Joker outwardly, appearance-wise, doesn't have any special abilities. However, when you take into account what his real ability is, he has mallet space. He has the ability to call upon any item at any given time and have it there when he needs it.
Talking about, like, digging in a bag of tricks.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, I mean, you can call it mallet space, but that's really for female anime characters.
Where the hell did he pull out that...
No. What it is it's a matter of perception. Quantum mechanics. He sees what he wants to be there as actually being there, and he believes that it is there because he doesn't think about it.
Okay, I'll give you that.
It's essentially a form of magic. It's, I want this. I'm wearing a regular flower, but right now it's actually an acid flower. I'm just going to do this thing and it's going to work. If he actually stopped to think about what he's doing, none of it would actually work. But he's nuts as fuck, so it works because
he's altering.
He's altering his perception of what is actually real and not real.
Okay, I'll give you that. But I mean, it's still. I mean, and the fucked up part is that of all the villains, I think Batman creates the most.
Oh yeah, his Rose Gallery is like the biggest and the best.
We're tied.
So all right.
Well, I mean, that's because Batman, out of all of the really big DC superheroes, is also the most human.
Right.
And his origins did start with the basic criminal community in the first place, so he would have the most regular. They would be able to do more with their villains, because I mean, you wouldn't send Superman to go fight a mage. That just ends badly.
Yeah. So,
What are you talking about? Shazam.
Yeah.
Is that really magic?
Yeah, that's magic.
It is.
Magic.
Yeah, and
Shazam's magic.
Shazam would crush Superman then. Period.
Well, there's been times that Superman's beaten Shazam and Shazam's beaten
I
Superman.
know, but if they say Superman has exactly zero resistance to magic, that means that Shazam would win.
Yeah.
Unless there's some sort of extenuating circumstances like mind-altering parasites.
Well, actually, I think what Superman ended up doing was using his intelligence over Shazam. In at least one of the battles, that's what I
I
think.
the one fight I do remember is I think from Kingdom Come, I think it is,
That
where
was fucked.
where no, because that wasn't really Shazam really wasn't there all that much.
He had a mental break.
I thought it was parasites. I'm pretty sure
Wait,
it was
wait,
parasites.
The mental break was caused
Which
by
one?
the
And the
parasites.
one that became Black Adam, or the
No,
or
Black
the
Adam's
little
ancient.
kid that became.
Shazam is a young kid.
Okay.
Black Adam's ancient
He
as fuck.
he broke when he saw, like, I think it was Superman was trying to do something and it backfired and all these people in this area got wiped out and he had a mental breakdown from it. If I'm thinking of the same thing.
This ring any bells, DB?
I'm not familiar, but
Did you
Yeah.
ever read Kingdom Come?
I'm not familiar with Kingdom Come.
Kingdom Come ends
Yeah.
very badly. It
Kingdom
really
Come
does.
is a good book.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I've
what
heard
it
about
is,
Kingdom
but
Come.
I like stories where where people have superpowers and shit just goes sideways from like the second minute because that's what would happen. That is what would happen. You don't give people superpowers and then everything just ends up all hunky dory. You give people superpowers and then London gets nuked.
Like, me personally, one of the things, like, I was honestly shocked when they brought out the whole Injustice. Sure, we were all wanting this fighter, but the storyline, that's what surprised me. Because not only was it a good story, I mean, it held pretty solid. But what got me in there is, like, what happens in this story. You have Superman in this alternate timeline and fight, in a heated battle between Joker, Lex Luthor, and one other guy, I forget who it was, and the Joker had decided, this was a great time.
The Joker was using had stolen some of Scarecrow's
Yes.
fear toxin and spiked it.
And spiked it with his own Joker toxin. So and when it affected him so much so that when he looked over at Lois Lane, he didn't see Lois Lane. He saw the Joker. And
See, but that in and of itself raises a question. How the hell does a neurotoxin that's designed to affect humans affect an alien creature in the exact same way?
no, it not necessarily in
It adapts.
Well,
the neurotoxin adapts.
well, as you
Does it? Is it organic?
I know the
Scarecrow?
Scarecrow's is organic.
Scarecrow ended up either teaming up with Poison Ivy to change the base of it, or he stole Ivy's.
Yeah,
From
no,
Ivy.
I don't think any villain worth even a fraction of his mind would ever team up with Ivy and possesses a dick at the same time, because that would just end badly.
It's true, but then again, the
You can't go
Scarecrow
near
doesn't
Ivy.
care.
No, you can't go near Ivy.
But you forget
No.
who the Scarecrow is. Scarecrow,
No, it doesn't
Clayface
matter that the
cares.
Scarecrow doesn't care.
No.
You can't go near Ivy.
No.
She literally triggers something in Lizard Brain. It's not something you can physically control.
Well, that's just it.
Here's the-
Scarecrow is not affected by that. He's never been.
Is that true, DB?
Here's the thing. Most recently, Ivy did tempt Clayface.
She did what?
She tempted Clayface. There was a whole this was before Forever Evil. Ivy and Clayface were together.
And that didn't end badly.
Well,
Yes, it
yeah,
did.
it did.
Because Ivy ended up taking down Clayface because he tried to destroy her little area of no man's land
Mm-hmm.
and kill the children she had taken in to protect.
Yeah.
No man's land.
Right here.
But anyway, from what I understand, is that the nerve gas itself wasn't just that.
I'm using this.
But
as kind of a
Superman
refresher
has
to bring it
always
back.
been affected by stuff like that. For as long as I can remember, Superman has been affected by gases and stuff. Just like
Because
anybody else would.
His neurological pathways and such are similar to normal humans. If I remember correctly, the Kryptonians, their neurological, their mind paths and stuff are really similar to Earth humans.
But the one thing I do know is that it affected him for a shorter amount of time.
Yeah, it did go through quicker.
Like,
He works through it
as soon
quicker.
as he had thrown Lois into orbit, at the moment she had left his hands, he had started snapping out of it. And as soon as he snapped out of it, he tried to save her. And
He has a higher resistance, and if it does finally affect, well, Kryptonians have a higher resistance, and if it does manage to affect them, it works through much quicker.
yes. When he finally did realize what he had done, he rushed to try and stop it and save her. But the shock and decompression of the entire event killed her.
Well, that's kind of what happens when you take a human being and then you physically throw them into orbit.
Of course.
Yeah.
But
But, all right,
I already finished it.
let's wind down that a little bit. Let's get on to the little bit with, I guess, the way they're portraying
Hold on. Why are we
comic
moving
book
on?
characters and stuff. Huh?
Why are we moving on?
Let's
This
move
isn't-
on a
this
little.
isn't done yet.
What?
But, no,
Look,
but
let's just
seriously,
move on a little bit.
afterwards,
Let's go on to why they're changing up characters. Like with Marvel now and New 52 and stuff like that. Because I think someone had a conversation to start about a certain character.
becoming more slutty.
Yeah.
Ow!
No, but they've changed the morals nowadays because everything is being like,
Dumbed down.
no, it's not just dumbed down, but everybody keeps blaming their inability to control their own kids on everything else. So, like, things that are supposed to be and have been from the beginning supposed to be for kids, they're being changed to be more moralistic.
They're trying to adapt with their demographic.
Like
Well, no. What you got to realize is that it's people who want. It's the older generation that wants more adult-oriented comics. These heroes should stay for kids. If there's some, but the problem is that Marvel and DC pretty much choked out the comics market. Marvel and DC are the reason why you don't have more mature stories. Because all you have to do is
but what
look back
about
to the
Vertigo
50s.
and Image?
Yeah.
They're startups. They just started up. But if you
Well,
go back,
Shit, I know.
Well, Vertigo.
Issue like 257 in Vertigo.
The thing is, Vertigo's owned by DC now. But Image, you're right. Image.
no, but I'm pretty sure most of these new ones, like
Image.
Dark Horse and all that,
Yeah.
are startups.
Dark Horse is actually branched off of another one.
I think Top Cow.
What
Is it
I was
Top Cow?
trying to say
Yes.
was in the 1950s and 1960s, Marvel and DC collectively crushed the entire market.
Well, no.
Whatever changes or new dynamics might have emerged was destroyed by Marvel and DC.
Well, that's
they
because
they pretty much formed a monopoly.
That's because DC basically gathered other comic companies and they pretty much merged them all together. Marvel started off, I forgot what they started off as, but yeah, DC
started
is
off
like
as
a conglomerate.
Marvel actually started off with the collectibles and ended up
Excuse me.
branching to the comics from there because they could sell their collectibles better with the stories to go with them.
Right.
That's actually how a lot of children's animation, like animated shows, got started too. Like some of the cartoons we used to watch as a kid,
Transformers was a good example.
like that
Yeah.
star Gem.
Oh yeah, Jim.
Started off as a collectible.
Truly
It started off as
outrageous.
the dolls. That was supposed to be just like one short movie to get the dolls to sell. They broke the movie up into the first 5 episodes.
Jim is truly outrageous.
Truly
what-
outrageous.
Speaking of Jim, what did they do to Amethyst?
Like,
Oh,
Does
you're talking
anybody
about
remember the Amethyst comics from back in the day?
No.
I remember looking them up because I was interested in it, and yeah, it was a lot more kind of dark magic in there compared to the little short cartoons that they showed today. It made it like My Little Pony.
But see, Amethyst back in the day and the comics and whatnot, it was definitely a giant moral dilemma there because in our world, the girl was only like preteen or early teen. And when she went to Gem World, she became a grown princess. So she ended up doing things a lot differently back then. But I don't know what they're doing today.
I remember hearing about that. It actually turned into an anime style series. Is about 5 or 6 years ago.
Really?
That's the differences. Because I just ran across some newer
Yeah,
images.
it happened. I remember seeing it like a long time ago. They were talking about it, and there was this big advertisement going for it. It might actually have been sooner than that. It might have been more like 3, but I know, that I remember seeing all these different previews for it, where it would show this girl like taking hold of this gem and utilizing it to transverse between worlds.
Yeah.
And it was called Princess Amethyst or something like that.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't I post a link when you were doing that calendar? So when you were looking for like heroes to like turn into like Final Fantasy classes.
I don't
something?
think-
I think I posted you a link
I don't
to
think
that.
Amethyst was up there. I don't remember Amethyst being up there.
Yeah, she might not have found her way up there. Honestly though, like part
she
of this
would
whole
be
moral thing.
awesome in a video game, like with her abilities and stuff. Not like a video game, but more of what's that one on the computer that everybody plays? That W one.
Warcraft?
It's like, huh?
Warcraft?
Yeah, I think that might be it. Where it's got like the magic and whatnot.
Yeah,
There's a
World
lot
of
of games that
Warcraft.
have magic, but don't ever associate Warcraft. World of Warcraft, no.
No, it's like one of those MMOs or whatever.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
offense to
That-
Blizzard, I just want to say this now. But World of Warcraft was the biggest ripoff in the fucking world. Everybody wants to throw off.
Wait.
saying it
How
was
is World of Warcraft a ripoff?
the MMO, not the mythology, the MMO.
No, what World of Warcraft is a refined iteration. That's what it is. They took EverQuest's formula and they refined it over a period of about 4 or 5 years before they actually released it for public consumption.
He's talking about financial ripoff.
No. Okay, hear me out on this here. What I'm saying is the MMO itself was a ripoff. It was, yes, it had its own thing, but when they started trying to say, no, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, y'all can't have this because we made it first. When what they're licensing as we made first, they stole from, well, I can't say for certain they stole, but they basically told, huh?
What are you talking about? The freaking Warcraft formula has been the basis for almost every other goddamn MMO released in the past 10 years.
Yes, in the past 10 years, but when it was first released, it had taken all of its stuff from everything else.
Yeah, and that's
And
why they
then
couldn't defend it. That's why they can't defend it. They can say what they want, but you can't copyright video game mechanics because that stifles in creativity. And they know that it's indefensible. They probably just did it to prevent competition for a little bit. And
Anyway, moving on, because otherwise it's going to turn into some hoopla that we don't need.
Yeah.
But
But,
anyway,
far as
sidestepping
morals?
back to the whole morals thing. One of the biggest things that I personally think that has caused a lot of the biggest moral hindrances is everybody and their mother thinking, hey, let's let our 2-year-old sit down and watch shows like SpongeBob SquarePants. And then not realizing or taking the time to research these before letting them
Who
watch
has to
it.
research SpongeBob? 45 seconds of the episode, and you know it was created for stoners, not kids.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. But a lot of people don't take that time. They just don't care. They want to put the kid down in front of something, get them out of their hair, and whatever will keep them glued to the TV, that's what they put down.
when I used to babysit a kid in my old neighborhood, and this kid was about 4 years old, and his parents bought him, I don't know if anybody even remembers this. Maybe we will because we're old as fuck. But
Fuck you, I'm not old.
Go for it.
Nightmare Creatures. Kid was about 6 years old, and his parents got him nightmare
Wait,
creatures.
he gained 2 years. What happened?
Shut up, let him focus.
Whatever. He was still too young to form words properly. And
That's not 6.
It's not
That's
6, that's-
more 4.
Yeah, it's more 4.
between 4 and 6. Have you listened to a 6-year-old talk? Sometimes it's disturbing.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I don't have a problem with my kid. Anyway, back to what you were saying. I don't remember
But-
Nightmare Creatures.
Yeah,
I
it's
do.
it's a game about an inmate in an asylum, like escaping and fighting giant monsters off, but you have no idea whether or not the giant monsters he's actually fighting are real. So it could very well be that the subcontext of this is that he's actually just breaking into people's houses and murdering them horribly, but he thinks he's doing everybody a service when he blows the head off of a monster with a double-barreled shotgun. He could just rather be shooting a 4-year-old in the face. And his parents are just like, it's okay, it's just a game.
Never heard of it.
I have, and I know exactly what Andre is talking about. And you know
But
what?
see, that's my issue. You can't go out there and start saying this music's not good for kids, so you need to change it. This game's not good for kids, so you need to change it. No, parents need to get up off their butts, figure out what their kids are doing, and then check that crap.
Yeah, but
I know what my son watches.
But that's just it. Why are they? What makes these people feel they have the right to tell us that we have to conform to what their child can watch when there's plenty out there for them?
Because those are the
age-appropriate
same
stuff.
people that are getting out there and voting on stuff. Those are the same people that are getting out there and making sure things go their way. Because the rest of us would rather just sit back and take care of our own lives and our own situations rather than going out there and making that change that we need to make. Because those kids who are watching SpongeBob, they're watching SpongeBob because their parents watch SpongeBob. And their parents, aren't paying attention because they watch that. Because their parents were so out there busy making sure they had a roof over their kids' head, making sure that they had food to eat, they didn't have time to pay attention. My generation was one of the first big generations of latchkey kids. My parents both worked.
You could always go and say, the equal rights movement for ladies kind of did in with that, because it used to be that wasn't the case. But
Okay, I do understand that back when, women stayed at home cooking and cleaning, and I speak from the point of view, I'm a stay-at-home mom. My happy butt belongs right here at this house, taking care of it, my man, and my kids. But that's how I was raised. That's how I personally feel. These women who are going out there, working a 9 to 5, coming home, taking care of their kids, I have
that's
nothing but the
respect.
utmost respect for them. That's just not my choice. I feel I have a choice. I can make that choice. They have a, whether they have the choice or they have no choice about going out to work, I have nothing but the utmost respect for them to be able to do that.
However, respect aside, I still feel that it is insulting to go up and be like, well, my kid shouldn't watch this, but because my kid shouldn't watch this, you need to dumb it down and make it so it's appropriate for him to watch.
But see, that's what I've been trying to say for the last 10 minutes. It's not parents. It's not parents.
It's
if you
not the
really
parents.
watch, it's not parents that are doing this. It's people who don't have kids and have too much free time that are doing this.
Such as religiously affiliated people who are just looking for
Excuse?
no
Something to blame?
attention. Like, what is it, that Westboro Baptist Church or whatever? They're not even doing this for religious reasons. They're going out there
Naming
looking
calls.
for sorry
Hey,
for certain churches out there or certain causes who want attention for themselves. You guys can edit that word out, but they're the ones out there doing it. They think that because they feel that kids shouldn't do this, they can get attention for saying that. And then all they got to do is throw, well, if you look at how much crime is being committed by kids in this age group who watch these shows and stuff, that's why it needs to be dumbed down. I'm like, okay, but you also need to take into effect.
But that's not true. That's not true. Hasn't been true in decades. Repeatedly, repeatedly studies have shown that because kids play video games,
They're actually improving.
their tolerance for violence overall has dropped. Their overall chances to commit violent acts and or crimes have dropped. The issue is the news. All the news is, if you ever turn it on, is, oh hey, these people crashed and they died horribly. Oh, this person's house got broken into and they got shot. Be scared. Be afraid of everything. Don't buy yourself some guns, but don't use them because guns are gas.
No. Actually, the laws are going through now that the only people who are going to have guns are criminals. But don't get me started on that, because that's a particular
Where did you hear
political
that?
belief.
Where did you hear that? What was...
Did we lose call?
No. Just telling you to pull it in.
It popped up saying we had some kind of message, but I don't know what it.
I sent the message.
Bloody hell! It's another one of those fucking people trying to.
Hold on, just ignore it.
Sorry.
Sorry, I keep getting these random little things from like this, like people I don't know, or like false names just trying to friend me randomly, like they magically know who the fuck I am.
It's probably malware infecting your machine.
It's or spam.
Yeah, but that's just it. How the hell is it gonna catch you out here when I've been keeping?
That's not cool.
Anyway.
Hold on. Does anybody else have anything to say? Because the conversation's pretty much been on our end.
No.
Okay. Well,
I've been quiet for a while. I don't think I have much to say though.
Yeah, you have.
Honestly,
I thought we lost you.
No, I'm still here.
well, honestly,
But I do have some new news. I got some news that just pulled up. I was looking at it earlier today, and apparently they said Daniel Radcliffe said he would be perfect for Robin.
I believe that was a moment of humor.
It could have been.
I would love to see that.
He can honestly believe that, but he's Harry Potter.
He's Harry Potter.
He's
more,
typecast.
Honestly, it's
He's
not just that.
typecast.
He's more suitable
Hey, wait
for
a minute.
darker
Have you
roles.
seen him in that one magazine? Oh, wait. No, you guys are guys. My bad.
Nope.
Honestly,
wanna see
I think Daniel Radcliffe is better suited for darker roles. Like, honestly,
He
like
does have that
no
Edgar
offense.
Allan Poe feel to him though.
He really does.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, he has that more.
I mean, why do you think those teen girls are falling all over him? But I'd much rather him than, those.
Twilight Boys.
Yeah.
Tweet. But Wes, did you see the article she was talking about? What was that? What was that?
You saw that article? Wait, what?
No, I didn't see it. I haven't seen it.
What?
Wes?
He's joking over there. I know what she's talking about only because I know what she reads, but I don't care. I didn't take the time to look at this. So if you've seen it and you know exactly what she's talking about,
Yeah,
I'm
you
curious.
might be able to tell us about the article because all I could tell you about is the pictures.
Nice.
But no, I'm just Daniel Radcliffe. Like he had like a little Q&A section or whatever he wanted to talk about, and he said I could do Robin.
I don't
So-
think you'd fit for Robin.
It depends on which version of Robin. The one right before he went Nightwing?
Definitely
started
not.
rebelling?
Definitely
Well, no,
not.
everybody's saying Tim Drake. They're saying Tim Drake if anything.
Actually,
Well-
and I know everybody's gonna hate me for this, but what is it? That one werewolf guy from Twilight. I could see him as a Robin.
Jacob? The one who plays Jacob?
Talking about the Taylor dude.
He's
No,
actually a
no.
surprisingly good actor.
I don't think he'd be able to play off any of the Robins.
I don't, except Jason Todd maybe.
Jason.
Dude from
Yeah, I
Well,
could
the
see
dude
Jason
from Twilight.
Todd, maybe stretching it a little though.
I just don't like the shape of his head. It's like weird.
It's not like I'm saying Jason Momoa needs to be a Robin. That's
I
No.
don't know who that is.
not being a
What
Robin.
did he play?
Conan and Conan the new Conan the Barbarian.
He's also
Jesus,
in Game
that
of
would be
He
Thrones.
was in
hilarious.
Stark Atlantis.
I don't know any of those.
I want him as Robin, seriously.
Who's was Drago in? Oh wait, you never watched.
What Wait. Drago sounds familiar though.
Drago.
God, what is it? Everybody likes
Game
it.
of Thrones.
Game of
Fantasy
Thrones.
thing with the dragons.
Game of
Game of
Thrones.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Are you talking
I'm
about Dragonheart?
No, Song
No,
of Fire and
Game
Ice.
of Thrones.
Oh.
Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones.
I've
Okay,
never seen
no.
Game of Thrones, so I don't know. What
See,
you're
the
talking
only thing I remember about the series, and this is probably the most awesome point in the series for me, was when they were in the freaking tent camp, and the brother to Daenerys was acting like a complete and absolute asshat, and was talking about he wanted his crown and he wanted all of his things, and he was just being a twat. And Drago goes and takes all the gold, like his belt and everything, puts it in a big old pot, melts it down, picks up the pot, and sticks it on his head. And he's just like, "There's your crown," and the guy just screams to death while the molten gold's pouring down his face, and he just collapses.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
Yep.
I think the next Batman movie though needs to have Talia.
Yeah.
Talia.
They
Ra's
killed
al
Talia
Ghul.
at the end.
No, I think they
No.
need to do it from the Ra's al Ghul point of view.
They really do, because it's like that's like the only one that they need to bring in right now, and not do it like from Nolan's Talia al Ghul.
Yeah, because
was upset at
honestly,
that.
You can't get the feel of Talia without interacting with Ra's al Ghul at some point.
Right.
Did you guys not see that part though?
What?
They killed her.
Yeah, they did.
That was stupid.
They
Yeah,
did
it was.
what?
They killed her at the end of the movie.
Yeah, they did. It was
Oh,
stupid.
that's the one where Brandon distracted me during the movie, so I didn't watch it all the way through.
They sat there and ended her character, and her character she has such a vital role in DC. Like,
Well, the whole movie is just Nolan did that because he just wanted to be a trilogy. He didn't want to like have it continue on. You know.
but you screwing with the story at that point, and that's what gets on my nerves. You know.
Well, that's why that many people don't like Dark Knight Rises.
But again, okay, I digressed, and that was just my little outburst. But still, if you're gonna kill a character, at least make it so that you don't kill that character. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing.
If you're gonna kill something, make sure you don't kill the thing that you're trying to kill.
Yes.
I
If
guess
you're
that
gonna
makes
kill
sense.
a character that's already been established, that's already had their own series, pretty much.
No, because I think the characters like this make for a much more fleshed out story.
But my thing about Talia is Ra's al Ghul can use a certain chemical process to regenerate. Why can't his daughter?
Well, see, the thing in like the Nolan universe, they didn't really put that mysticism or like magical like stuff in there.
It was very, very grounded.
Yeah.
There was no, Gotham is actually built on a source of life regenerating energies, and
Yeah.
we're just going to go and exploit that.
But I'm hoping that with this new movie that's coming out, that they actually do bring some type of magic in it. Which they said they're planning on making a Shazam movie, so that's the magic right there.
What the
Yeah.
hell are they thinking?
They've already.
Shazam!
They should get Shaq to do it.
No, no,
But
no.
finishes him.
No. This was actually be Captain Marvel Shazam, not Shazam.
I
No,
know.
they should take both IPs and combine them.
Yes.
That's
I don't even
the
think they
best
own
thing
that.
Ever.
Yeah, let's throw Steel in there too, just because.
All of the money.
Did
Yeah.
you guys know the woman who's playing Wonder Woman in that new movie?
Yeah, Gal Gadot.
Yeah, did you know she was actually in the Israel military for 3 years?
Yep.
I didn't know
I
that.
think that makes for a better actress for that particular role.
And she was also, people are bagging on her because she's skinny and because she was a model and a beauty pageant. Like she was Miss Israel, I believe.
Yeah.
So people are bagging her on that. But the thing is, Linda Carter was also like what, Miss USA?
If I remember correctly, yeah. But the
Yeah.
Wonder Woman character herself, like one of the things that went into making her was beauty.
Exactly.
One of the things that went into making her is an author who liked S&M and really had a thing for girls tying people up.
Yeah, that is also
Gotta
true.
love that lasso of truth.
Cough.
Yeah, that's
And
also
have you
true.
seen those boots?
Oh my
she
goodness,
wears?
hang on. Did you cheat on me? Yes, and it was women.
Oh wow! Watch the lasso of truth end up around his neck. My bad.
But
Tighten it too much.
with the Batman vs Superman movie, they've got a lot of cast members up. Like Gal Gadot, Henry Cavill coming back as Superman, Ben Affleck as Batman, and as we were talking earlier,
Oh God, no.
why is everybody hating on him? Why?
Ben Affleck is not a good role for
First-
Batman.
What?
First off, Ben Affleck is not a good enough actor for the role of the Batman. Second off, oh my God, he's not cute. Batman's supposed to be sexy.
I'm not going for the second. I'm not going anywhere near the second one, but I disagree with the first one. First one, I think he is a decent actor, and plus, it's a comic book role. You don't need, Oscar-winning actors, even though he won an Oscar. You don't need Oscar-winning actors to play roles like that. You just need
But you
someone
do
that
need
can.
to have the look
Needs
though.
to be
Yeah.
believable. And seeing
He
Affleck
doesn't-
in a role like that, you wouldn't be able to take it seriously.
For one, he cannot pass off the darker roles, honestly. And there's a thing about Batman that he has to have that darker air to him, even as Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is supposed to be the mask that the Batman wears. Honestly, it's the way it started from the original Detective Comics in
Right.
1939.
Yeah, but here's the thing: but they're going for more of the Batman Returns Batman. Like if you look at the outfit, look at the suit,
Yeah.
it looks just like Batman Returns. Symbol and all.
What they're doing is filling seats, selling tickets, selling merchandise.
Look at this guy with
They're-
the six-pack abs run down the street and punch somebody in the face. Girls, you like that kind of thing, don't you?
Well, I don't think Ben Affleck is the one that's like selling it because, as we see, people are on the fence about him being Batman.
It's honestly because he doesn't play dark roles. He doesn't play serious roles very well.
Honestly,
But hold
I
on.
think-
Wait a second. Have y'all seen The Town or Argo?
I've seen The Town.
Yeah.
I haven't seen either one of those.
Is Ben Affleck
The town
in
is
it?
actually okay. The town is pretty good, and the Argo is serious.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's 2 out of how many movies?
A lot.
I mean, and he did his thing, like how everybody's saying with The Town. Like he brought that dark, that I'm playing
Well,
the
wait a
bad
minute.
guy, but I'm
And here's-
also being the
here's
good
the thing.
guy kind of thing. And I think that he can really bring that to the Batman. But at the same time, it's just. I think people are just gonna have to see it. I really think people are gonna have to see it. They're gonna have to see if he follows
I
this.
remember correctly,
script all the
from
way.
Dogma, the angel that Affleck played definitely had a darker attitude about him, and he did that part very well.
I think
Right,
that was
he
Matt
did.
Damon.
You're forgetting though.
I thought that was Matt. Hold
Matt
on.
Damon and Ben
Yeah.
Affleck were both in the movie.
Yeah.
Matt Damon was the blonde-haired angel.
Yeah,
Ben
but-
Affleck was the other one.
Yeah,
Oh,
Matt.
okay.
Yeah, Matt Damon was the one though. He kind of like had second thoughts because Ben Affleck started talking about heresy and talking about almost becoming the Morning Star.
Yeah. Because
But the thing is-
character started getting like angry and tempery and
Right.
moody. And
Well,
Matt
that's 'cause-
Damon's angel was all like, follow the line. Although I have to admit, Matt Damon would actually make an interesting, what was it? Dick Grayson.
Possibly.
They were
I
talking
don't
about that,
see it.
but nah.
Sort of see it, but
You know what? Forget Batman. Forget Superman. Forget Wonder Woman. I want to see Idris Elba as Jon Stewart in the Green Lantern.
They're not gonna do that
what?
No.
right now. They're deciding what they want to do for Green Lantern.
I mean, Hal's too popular right now. You
Yeah.
can't just change it up unless something. Unless they can write
Well,
it
the
up
first Green
pretty
Lantern
good.
movie was a farce. You cannot deny that.
The Green Lantern was abortion.
I mean, I'm not denying it. I'm just saying, like, he's too. They already put it out there, so now people are going to be expecting. Oh no, here's another Hal, unless they somehow write in
Well,
John.
no.
You know what they can do? They can use some of that magic 3D post processing and kill the ever living fuck out of whoever they got to play as the Green Lantern and get Idris Elba in there because you know he's going to do the role right.
Well, I wouldn't put him in there because he's too big of a name right now. He's too big of a
Honestly,
name.
I think with the Batman movies, the Superman movies, and all, everybody's having a hard time with accepting these actors ahead of time because you have had some amazing people pull off these parts so well.
Rest in peace, Joker.
Heath
That
Ledger,
was honestly
that-
very disappointing.
That
That was
was-
the best Joker I've seen in a
Yeah.
long time.
but the original guy who played the TV Joker, he played that version of Joker
Which
to the T.
which Joker are you talking about? The animated series Joker?
No, I'm talking about live action.
Yeah.
Did
The-
you know that the animated
60s.
Joker is played by the same guy who did
Mark
Frodo?
Hamill, yes.
Yes.
Mark Hamill.
We are aware.
That's some weird stuff to try and
Hey, wait a
associate.
minute. Aren't we on morals?
What morals?
No, we stopped that? Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're sorry.
But yeah, fuck morals. But nah. But here's the thing. I think it's the casting that people are just upset about because they're like, oh, Wonder Woman doesn't have huge tits. Batman is Ben Affleck. We've seen him in movies that we don't like. He was a superhero before. We don't like that movie he did. And, But if you look at the other casting, and also the Lex Luthor that they pick, oh, he's not bald and he's like so young or whatever like that. So,
But
But-
Lex Luthor needs to be young. He can't be evil if he's not bald.
look,
His
Michael,
evilness and his
in-
boldness are intertwined inseparably.
in Smallville, Michael Rosenbaum isn't that old. Like, he wasn't that old or whatever, you know?
He was a very, very good Lex Luthor. I
He
watched
was.
a few episodes of those.
He was.
Although the kid they had play Superman boy in that, or Superman, whatever they're
Clark.
calling it.
Yeah.
He was definitely on the fence, but I think he played small town at home very well.
Yeah.
I think it was a good base.
And you have to give it the one who played as Lex's dad, who did an excellent
Oh, that
job
was
playing
awesome.
like
Yeah.
devil's advocate whenever the hell he felt like it to get what he wanted when he wanted it.
And didn't Jim Carrey play the Riddler?
He did
In
play Riddler.
forever.
It was a decent play.
Now, for Jim Carrey, for some reason, he didn't pull that role off as well as he does other
Robin
roles.
always figured Robin Williams would make a better Riddler.
Because Robin
I can't-
Williams is awesome.
No, have you seen his Law and Order stuff? He does dark really well.
He does.
It's
do dark really
insane.
And that's what
But
surprised
that-
me, because I was so
The
used to
Doctor-
him doing all his comedy stuff.
Nowadays, yes, he would make a
All right.
great.
Since we're talking about roles and everything, let's talk about some of the other casting that they did. Y'all know who's doing Lex Luthor in the Batman vs Superman movie?
I don't know who that person is.
Okay, Jesse Eisenberg.
Don't know who that is.
Social Network.
Social Network? I
I think that was a movie that
Gone in
came out
60
about
seconds.
Facebook once.
Gone in 60 Seconds, or There in 60 Seconds, something like that.
I never watched that.
The movie with Aziz Ansari.
Seconds because Angelina in Dreads was sexy.
No, not that movie. It was
He said she means she did not pay attention to the rest of the movie.
No, the
No.
guy who played the silent guy was an awesome.
I mixed the
actor.
movies up. It's 30 minutes or less. Sorry.
The entire way through.
It's
Oh,
30 minutes or less.
less?
Yeah, 30 minutes or less.
I
All right,
haven't
I
seen
didn't see that.
Zombieland.
Wait, yeah, I know who you're talking
Wait,
about.
I
Yeah.
saw that.
Okay, Zombieland. one-
Are you talking about the redneck from that one?
No, the other one, the one with the curly hair.
The
Are you talking
nerd?
about the lead nerd?
Yeah.
Who is he supposed to play?
Lex Luthor.
You're kidding!
Oh my god.
I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it.
Oh, they
Oh. Oh. All right.
Not watching it.
If you look at
Ben Affleck.
look, you need to see the Social Network. You need to see Now You See Me. Those are like two of his best role movies that he was in.
Now You See Me, because I heard that was really good.
Yeah. And the Social Network is also good. Like his role that he did in that. That's why they're choosing him for this movie. Batman
He's
vs
not
Superman.
bald in this movie. He's getting punched in the face.
He wouldn't even look right bald. He doesn't give bad. Like,
If they're going to, you
be
can do
Lex.
Lex without being bald. The
Yeah,
reason
you can't.
Lex Luthor is an evil super genius is because Superman made him bald, and he hates Superman for making him bald. That's it.
Yeah, but you can change that up.
No, you can't.
No, you
That's
can't.
been canon
Yes, you
for
can.
the last 100 years. Lex Luthor is evil because Superman made him bald.
You
It
can
is
ch-
that simple. Any other changes would just ruin it.
They can change anything
his
else.
face.
Considering half the city got destroyed, they can also make it so that let me see, his father died and he wants to get revenge for his father.
But now
You
you're just stealing it
understand
from the.
that
Now you're just stealing that from Spider-Man.
You do
That's
understand
Green Goblin.
that the whole reason that Lex is even bald in the first place is because the initial crash that brought Superman to the town had fucked up Lex's genetics. It's like it did a number of other.
That was
Are you
That was
taking
in
from
Smallville.
Smallville?
No, it's not just.
No, because that's not how-
Smallville
That's not how it happened in the original comics.
That's what
Lex
happened in
Luthor was
Smallville.
actually Superman's biggest fan, and he was
Yeah.
trying to figure out a way to make Superman immune
Yes.
to the effects of kryptonite.
Yes.
What happened was his lab caught on fire, and Superman, being the nice guy he is, tried to blow out the freaking fire using his super breath.
Yeah.
What he actually did was blow fucking chemicals all over Lex Luthor, and one of the side effects of this was causing him to go bald. The other side effect was Lex Luthor had just invented an unstable compound that was supposed to fix everything, and it got destroyed.
Right.
Yeah. But, however, one of the storylines from one of the Supermans, because they did quite a few versions over the years, that has the same one.
Hence that little death battle where it starts up. How many times are you gonna rewrite your fucking story?
Actually, honestly, they can do it as many times as they want to because there has always been, since day one of the superhero comics, the ability to split timelines
Yeah.
by
the
using
multiverse.
alternate realities.
The multiverse.
Even, just a simple. They do all types of things. They will they will say straight up from the beginning, this is from an alternate timeline.
All right. They've got different universes, multiverses.
They don't always.
Yes,
They do
see,
it all
and then
the
there's
time.
also the multiverse thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, does anybody remember Dark Claw from Amalgam Comics? Wolverine and Batman together, best character.
Oh
ever.
yeah. I do. I remember it.
Oh, watch me be angsty and angry and be all feral and mean for no reason other than because I'm Wolverine and Batman, so I have to be dark and angsty all the time.
Oh my
woe is
God.
me.
But,
I have super
When
regeneration
I was a
powers.
teenager, I had the biggest crush on Creed, Sabretooth. Like, I was totally like, kidnap me. I will join you.
But
We'll be your slave
Alright.
for life.
Alright. No,
But like I
do
was saying,
apologize.
the other
The
other role-
We're gonna have to start wrapping up.
yeah. All right. Real quick, the other role that we talked about him earlier, Jason Momoa. You guys know who he's gonna be?
If
Which
he's
role?
not
I'm sorry.
Bane-
That,
No.
You're
If
breaking
Jason
up.
Momoa is not Bane, if he's
No.
not, oh God,
He's not a villain.
no,
He's not a villain.
I got a picture for
You can't make a person from the islands Mr. Freeze. It doesn't work.
He's not gonna be Mr. Freeze.
Okay, I can see.
Is
What?
he really?
Huh?
Is he?
He's not gonna be Mr. Freeze. He's not gonna be Mr. Freeze.
He's not cool.
Nope.
Okay.
I was about to say you can't do that.
I was
No.
seriously.
Well, who's it gonna be? Because I can only think of like 3 people an Islander could play very well.
Aquaman.
What?
Wait,
Okay,
hang
I'll
on.
give him that.
Hang on. Which version of Aquaman?
See, they don't know yet
They're
because
not gonna make him Super Friends Aquaman, all right?
no, they're not gonna do that.
Super
See?
Aquaman, they've already fucked up.
But they can
No,
only go
can't
one or two
make him
ways.
Super Friends Aquaman.
They're
They
gonna
can-
make him the
He's
one
not blonde enough.
Go make me
when
a
he
sandwich.
loses his wife.
They're probably gonna make. Look, they can only make him one or two ways. They can either make him King Arthur, or they make him Arthur Curry.
Flashpoint Paradox Aquaman. That's the only Aquaman I respect.
The only Aquaman that I like
also
Arthur Curry.
respect Aquaman from the Injustice.
Hmm.
No, the one where he became not the one from the alternate realm, but from the initial one where he's the King of Lantern.
Yeah,
He's got all that shit going on.
yeah, that's the one they're probably gonna go for.
Yeah.
But
He's Poseidon Steph. He's fucking badass.
I know, but Flashpoint Paradox Aquaman didn't give no fucks. And
Yeah.
if there's anything Jason Momoa is good at, is acting like he gives absolutely zero fucks about anything.
yeah,
Anybody disagree? Anyone?
No.
Anyone at all?
I don't remember what he played in. I can't place.
Oh, you would enjoy watching him more.
yeah.
Well,
If you like toned guys that don't wear shirts a lot, you'd like that.
I never liked Matthew McConaughey because of his complete inability to act other than in Magic Mike.
You know he was also in Zombieland.
Yeah,
Matthew
yeah,
McConaughey
he
was
was
in Zombieland?
Yeah,
He goes by a different name.
he actually did very well in
He was-
Zombieland
he
and
was,
Magic
yeah.
Mike. But all his early
his
stuff,
name?
where he got paid just to take off his shirt, like he shouldn't have been allowed to talk in any of those movies. He was not good at all.
He was.
It's not until like
Tallahassee.
recently
Oh.
that he's become a decent actor. So I'm not one of those who likes the guys who can stand there with their shirts off.
And he also played.
They
the
have to
badass
have
bartender.
acting ability.
So you
Like-
still don't feel that way towards Ben Affleck though?
Like I had to go look that up. The whole Matthew McConaughey and Tallahassee thing. He actually, it is him. It's just him under a different name.
Oh, okay. I didn't recognize.
Yeah. Well, he had to go under a different name because he was known for just being the without a shirt guy.
You know who would be good in a new superhero movie? Jason Statham.
Or hey, there's one other guy that y'all are forgetting.
Amazing
Oh.
Lex Luthor.
You know, he would also be a really good American.
Well, no, because the
No.
Captain America has to have that down
No, they need-
home type
No,
feel.
the when they do Captain America, and they're doing the whole he's from the 1940s thing, they need to make him racist as fuck and casual about it.
But he wasn't that racist though. He had
No,
African
no,
Americans on his-
seriously.
In the original comics, when Captain America first was around, he kind of got in trouble for not being PC. Like, they wrote him that way on purpose because of
That's
who
what.
he is.
Yeah, that's what it would. He would be casually racist.
But didn't
and
you
not
see?
really think about it for like the
But-
longest time.
But they
So
did a
Captain
scene like
America,
that.
They keep portraying the people as this like Boy Scout that's just the nicest guy to everybody for all reasons. Yeah, that shit really wouldn't fly.
No.
But
I
the thing is, he did a scene like that. He did a scene like that. I think it was either in the first Captain America or either Avengers. The movies are kind of like melding together for me. But he did a scene like that when he first met Nick Fury. Like
Yeah.
he
I
tried
know,
to tip
but
him.
even then they kind of toned it down a lot.
I didn't say he had to be like a Boy Scout. He's got to be like a down-home American. Like,
Essentially, he has to be a PG version of B.J. Blazkowicz.
he's definitely got to be a hillbilly, like, at heart.
No, not
Didn't
really.
Ben Affleck play Daredevil?
Yes, he did.
He Yeah, he did. He
actually
did well
was
at that.
decent at Daredevil.
Yeah.
He did pretty good.
But
And-
decent at horrible movie is still pretty bad.
Director's cut. Director's cut.
You don't want to go to horrible movies because the Catwoman movie itself sucked. The only thing to do was watch Halle Berry play Catwoman. Like, that whole movie sucked. I mean, did you see the way that woman moved?
No,
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't.
pretty
I spent the whole movie drooling.
Yeah.
I had to stop paying attention to the movie itself because I just thought I was going to die at what they did to Catwoman. So I just watched Halle Berry move around in that outfit, and I'm just like,
Oh my god.
Thank you for making us guys feel tame.
But nah, Andre, look at the director's cut. In fact, we should probably like look at that later.
The director's cut of what?
Daredevil.
Why do you keep wanting to expose me to horrible things?
Why do you want to expose me to horrible things? I still gotta watch like 10 episodes of Gurren Lagann.
What?
Gurren Lagann, you still don't like it?
Nope. And on
Have a
that
soul.
Has he
On
done
that-
Enjoy giant anime.
on that note, we're gonna go ahead and end it here so we can stop this.
When I
Yeah.
asked if you have a soul, that's when you want to end it.
Yep. Yep.
Guess what he just proved?
It's been a backroom. It's been a backroom podcast. I'm your host, DB.
We out.
Oh wait,
Anybody?
are we supposed to do the thing? Okay, that's DB. I'm Wesley.
Yeah.
I
Whoever
guess
wants to
the
say
other
bye,
one's
say
Andre.
bye.
I
Well,
said
The
no.
other two on the other end, they're just some kids that we brought on for the ride.
All right. Bye.
Peace out, everybody.
night, bye, whatever.